You have been lied to. You have been told that Stoicism is about reading quotes on Instagram while your life falls apart. You have been told that Stoicism is about feeling nothing. That is the philosophy of the coward. The true Stoic does not hide from the world. The true Stoic masters the architecture of his own mind so he can dominate the chaos of the world. Today, we are not here for motivation. Motivation is a chemical spike that fades in an hour. We are here for discipline. You wake up and you check your phone. That is the first mistake. You have handed the keys to your citadel to the mob. You have allowed the world to define your reality before you have even secured your own gates. If you cannot control your first 10 minutes, you will not control your life. The Stoic is the architect of his own environment. He does not react to the world. He forces the world to react to his presence. The modern world is designed to keep you in a state of perpetual agitation. Every notification, every headline, every interaction is a lure meant to pull your attention away from your own center. You are constantly being harvested. Your attention is the most valuable commodity on the planet, and you are giving it away for free to people who do not care if you succeed or fail. You think you are free because you have choices, but you are not choosing. You are merely responding to stimuli. True freedom is the ability to look at your own impulse, acknowledge it, and then decide to ignore it. That is the only freedom that matters. If you cannot control your own mind, you control nothing. There is a moment, a tiny, fleeting moment, between an event and your reaction. It is the most valuable piece of real estate in the universe. Most people live their entire lives inside that gap. They are slaves to their impulses. Someone insults you, you get angry. Something goes wrong, you get anxious. You are a puppet, and your emotions are pulling the strings. The goal is not to stop feeling. The goal is to move from that gap to a place of conscious, deliberate response. This is the dichotomy of control, the foundation of all Stoic practice. You must ruthlessly categorize everything that happens in your life into two buckets: things you control and things you do not. Your thoughts, your actions, your judgments, these are yours. Everything else, other people's opinions, the outcome of your efforts, the state of the economy, the weather, the past, is outside of your control. When you invest your emotional energy into the things you do not control, you are committing suicide. You are voluntarily handing over your peace of mind to external forces that are inherently volatile and indifferent to your suffering. This practice requires a daily, hourly, minute-by-minute vigilance. It is not something you do once and then forget. It is a way of life. It requires you to constantly interrogate your own judgments. Why am I angry? Because I have judged this person's action as an injury to me. But is it an injury, or is it merely a manifestation of their own ignorance? You must learn to separate the event itself from your interpretation of the event. The event is neutral. It is your judgment that creates the suffering. Look at the life of Marcus Aurelius. He was the most powerful man in the world, the emperor of Rome, yet he spent a significant portion of his reign fighting a brutal, endless war on the frontier, plagued by disease, betrayal, and the crushing loneliness of supreme power. He did not write his meditations to be published. He wrote them for himself as a survival manual. He was constantly reminding himself that death was near, that his power was ephemeral, and that his only duty was to act in accordance with his nature. He faced the plague, which killed millions, with the same unflinching clarity that he faced the daily administrative tedium of the empire. He knew that if he could not hold his own mind together, his empire would crumble. He was not a stone. He was a man who worked tirelessly to ensure that his mind did not become a stone. He understood that the only true power was the ability to maintain one's character, regardless of the circumstances. He did not ask for the war to end. He asked for the strength to lead his men with wisdom. He did not ask for the betrayal to stop. He asked for the perspective to see it for what it was. Seneca, on the other hand, lived in the shadow of Nero, a tyrant of unparalleled madness. Seneca was unimaginably wealthy, yet he constantly practiced voluntary poverty, sleeping on the floor, wearing rags, and eating the simplest food, just to ensure that he would not be terrified of losing his fortune. He knew that the only way to be truly secure was to be unattached to the things that could be taken away. His proximity to Nero meant he lived under the constant threat of execution, yet he continued to write, to teach, and to lead with profound eloquence until the very end, when he was ordered to kill himself. He did so with a calmness that bewildered his guards. Both of these men were profoundly human, flawed, and struggling, yet they both built an inner citadel that no external force could breach. We are now going to begin the behavioral intervention. Every hour, I want you to perform a simple check. Ask yourself, is my current state serving my goal? If it is not, adjust immediately. Do not dwell. Do not analyze. Adjust. The Stoic does not waste time in self-pity. He corrects his path. He is the master of his own conduct. He does not care if the world is fair. He only cares if his response is virtuous. You need to start practicing the premeditation of evils. It sounds counterintuitive, but it is the ultimate tool for resilience. Imagine the worst-case scenario. Imagine losing your job. Imagine losing your reputation. Imagine losing the people you love. Do this not to induce anxiety, but to demystify the fear. When you have already mentally walked through the fire, the heat does not burn you when it actually arrives. You are prepared. You have already accepted the possibility. You are no longer holding on to the desperate illusion of permanent comfort. You are living with the awareness that everything you have is on loan from fortune, and fortune has the right to reclaim it at any moment. This is not pessimism. It is radical realism. It is the only way to live without fear. You must also implement the nocturnal review. Before you go to sleep, review your day, not with judgment, but with objective observation. Where did you lose your cool? Where did you give in to your impulses? Where did you fail to act according to your principles? Do not waste energy on self-loathing. Simply note the failure, understand the trigger, and resolve to do better tomorrow. This is the audit of the Citadel. If you do not monitor your own mind, you are leaving the gates wide open. Why do you fear failure? You fear failure because you have tied your worth to the outcome. You believe that if you fail, you are a failure. That is a delusion. You are only a failure when you stop trying to align your conduct with your principles. The outcome is not yours to control. You control the effort. You control the standard. You control the persistence. The rest is out of your hands. If you accept this, you become untouchable. Resilience is not the ability to never fall. It is the ability to rise every single time without complaint. It is the ability to endure, not because you have to, but because it is the standard you have set for yourself. The world will try to break you. It will try to lure you into mediocrity, into bitterness, into distraction. It will tempt you with comfort, with popularity, with the easy path. But you must hold the line. You must understand that the discomfort of growth is infinitely preferable to the comfort of decay. You are building a life that is defined not by what happens to you, but by how you handle what happens to you. You are building a citadel that is forged in the fires of your daily discipline. You are the architect, the guardian, and the inhabitant. Your mind is a citadel, but right now, the walls are crumbling because you are letting the noise in. You are letting the noise dictate your inner state. You need to build the walls higher. You need to be more ruthless with what you allow into your head. If it does not serve your purpose, it has no business being there. You must become the guardian of your own peace. If you do not defend your mind, no one else will. This means you must cut off the sources of noise. You must be willing to endure the discomfort of being disconnected, of being misunderstood, of being seen as strange by those who are content to live in the noise. The Stoic is often alone, not because he is incapable of connection, but because he is unwilling to compromise his standards for the sake of shallow, distracted social engagement. He seeks the company of those who are also building their own citadels, those who understand the value of a mind that is clear, focused, and purposeful. He is selective, he is intentional, he is present, and because he is present, he is powerful. He does not waste words, because words are an extension of his will, and he does not waste his will on trifles. He speaks with clarity, he listens with patience, and he acts with precision. He understands that the ultimate test of his character is not in the grand gesture, but in the mundane, repetitive, often invisible work of keeping his own mind in order when the world is screaming for his attention. You are not the same person you were at the start of this hour. You have been presented with a different way of existing. It is not an easy way. It is a path of resistance, but it is the only path that leads to mastery. Do not expect the world to change. Expect yourself to change. That is where the power is. That is where the freedom is. That is where the citadel is built. It is not a place you reach. It is a way you live. It is the constant, unyielding commitment to excellence, to truth, and to the mastery of the self. You must understand that this is a war, but it is not a war against others. It is a war against your own lower nature, against the part of you that wants the easy way out, the part of you that wants to complain, the part of you that wants to be liked, the part of you that is afraid. This war never ends. The moment you believe you have won, you have lost. You must continue to show up, day after day, year after year, with the same level of intensity, the same level of focus, the same level of devotion. That is the definition of endurance. That is the definition of character. That is the definition of a life well lived. You are the only person who can decide whether you will be a prisoner of your impulses or the king of your own mind. The choice is made every single second, in every single breath. Make it count. The citadel does not build itself. You build it, brick by brick, thought by thought, action by action. And when you are finally standing in the middle of that citadel, surrounded by the chaos of the world, you will know the meaning of true, unshakable, Stoic peace. This journey you are on is the work of a lifetime. There will be days when the walls feel weak, when the noise feels overwhelming, when the impulses are too strong to ignore. Do not let these moments define you. Treat them as data points, as challenges to your resolve. Use them to recalibrate. The Stoic does not despair when he fails. He uses the failure as raw material for his own transformation. The process is the goal. The endurance is the reward. You are not meant to be a product of your environment. You are meant to be the creator of your own experience. If you take these principles and you make them the bedrock of your daily existence, you will find that the chaos of the world begins to lose its grip on you. You will find that you have a source of strength that is independent of external circumstances. You will find that you have a clarity of purpose that is unshakable, and that, in a world that is fundamentally uncertain, is the greatest gift you could ever give to yourself. Keep building, keep defending, keep enduring. The world needs the citadel, and the world needs you to be the guardian who never sleeps. There is no other way to live that is worthy of a human being. Act accordingly.